Alright, time to get started on Patrick's story. I wonder how Guard Me Sherlock is a lot shorter than the other Shall We Dates.
I wonder that too. Oh well, you said a mature childish voice?
Basically a teen in the middle.
I'll try. You have way too much stuff. I can't believe Mrs. Gray never said anything about this.
The two of you have far different tolerance levels, clearly. By the way, where did you put that box of shoes?
Patrick asks, glass in hand. Shoes? What do you mean?
The box I asked you to carry when I was holding the chair.
That box full of junk? I put it behind the building.
What? That's where the garbage collection is.
Well, it was full of junk, right? I thought you wanted me to get rid of it.
Junk? Those were vintage boots. Just how ignorant are you?
Vintage implies that there's a value to something. Those old, useless shoes can't have any value, can they?
Don't you know that old things have a value to them? In any case, what gives you the right to just decide to throw away someone else's stuff?
If I hadn't, we'd never have sorted out this room. I argue with Patrick until I hear very laughter from beside us.
You two sure do get along well. I think I'm gonna go with this one. He'd be lost without me sounds like too proud of herself.
Definitely.
Come on.
What makes you say that? All he does is complain.
Not that you're any different.
Dan laughs again as Patrick gives an instant retort.
This is what I mean. The way you hold nothing back when talking to each other shows how well you get along. At any rate, you'll be seeing each other every day now, so it's good that you can get it all out there.
Patrick nods as Dan meditates between us.
Dan's right. So you'll be helping me sort out my room, right?
You're kidding!
Gloria told you to look after me, no? Look after me, no? But I need a break before that. I'm going to take a nap.
And with that, Patrick leaves. I don't believe it! He's so full of it! Good luck trying to sleep in that mess of a room anyway.
You look like you're having fun. You don't really hate him, do you?
I hesitantly shake my head. Well, guess my first impressions were a little off.
You mean when he came into the bar?
Yeah, when I heard the rumor about him being kept by Gloria, I just thought he was just a waste of space. But he has this really old album collection and this ancient-looking lampshade that he clearly treasures. Even though he was complaining like that, all I carried were light ones. There were a bunch of heavy stuff and he carried all of it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, shoot, I should have said the other one.
No fair.
Well, let's rub it in his face. What do you expect?
Whatever.
Well, I'm glad we've gotten ourselves a good neighbor.
But the way he treasures his possessions is probably why he has so much stuff. I say, smiling wearily, when my phone rings. I'm a bit taken aback by the unfamiliar ringtone. It's Gloria! I hurriedly answer it.
Have you finished sorting his belongings?
Yes, for now. Well, we've carried everything to his room.
Then come over immediately. I'll send a car for you.
Right now?
I say, but the call has already been ended.
Guess I don't get the privilege of being able to say no. My position once again sinks in, and I decide to just do as Gloria said. I go out onto the street and a familiar car pulls up. Pablo was inside it. You again?
Got a problem with that? There I was. Happy to see you again.
I silently get into the car. When I'm seated, Pablo hands me a bulky file. What's this?
Something Mrs. Gray wanted me to give you. Inside are profiles and career records for a bunch of artists. She wants you to read them.
I open the file as instructed. Inside are detailed profiles on around 10 different people, photos included.
I don't want to say too much, but you won't have enough time to just read that normally.
And why wouldn't I have enough time?
Unless you memorize the whole thing by the time we arrive, Mrs. Gray will drop you. You have about 15 minutes left.
That's nowhere near enough time. For the next 15 minutes, I frantically peer over the file. The car comes to a halt on the corner of an office street. Gloria is waiting in front of a building.
Right on time. Did you read the file?
4 dancers, 4 singers, 3 guitarists, and 1 cellist. They have different backgrounds, but they've all won some sort of prize.
Very good. Let's go then. Just follow behind me.
Man, I hate this woman.
One final story ticket and then we're ending this.
We'll make it a 2-parter.
Fine.
Where are we going? And what are we doing? Gloria enters the building without answering my questions, leaving me with no choice but to hurry after her. A few hours later, and I'm in a car on the way back to my apartment. Before going back to my room, I drop by Patrick's.
What business do you have with me at this time? I'm gonna go to this one.
You asked me to help tidy your room, didn't you? Patrick smiles in surprise.
Keeping your promise? How honest of you. Sadly, you're too late.
Gloria called me out, though she did tell me to keep you under close watch.
That's Gloria for you.
Patrick doesn't seem to mind being put under observation.
So, how was it?
Huh?
You went on the first job with Gloria. What did you think? Not that I know what kind of job it was. That sounded a little way too deep.
Suppose you don't do daddy voices? That could have been perfect.
Shut up.
Patrick lets me into his apartment as he asks. There are still boxes lying around, but he's more or less sorted the place out. The two of us sit down in the center of the room. She called me out to an artist audition today. To put it simply, it was amazing. Gloria had asked me to be present while she was selecting from the artists that were asking her for support.
You have 30 seconds to get across your appeal and your talent. I'll support you if I see potential. The first to perform was a singer. No good. Too amateurish. If you don't fix the way your vocalize sounds, you'll destroy your vocal cords. Next up was a dancer. Those moves were old, like how people used to dance at discos, and your fashion sense is too ordinary. Third up was a guitarist. So, but the rhythm was off, and your posture, hair, and shoes are a mess. Fourth, the cellist. Very good. You have the technique, but the performance was boring. Basically, you're only skilled at moving your fingers. The biggest trouble here is that you're very proud of your technique, right? You need to be more aggressive and eager to work in order to polish up your skills. In just 30 seconds, Gloria was able to see someone's full potential and point out all of their flaws. Gloria, everyone's kind of leaving really angry. That's nothing to worry about. So in the end, Gloria said she wasn't going to support any of them. You look pretty down, thinking that going was a waste of time. I'm not. It's just people had despaired when Gloria rejected then. Some even going as far as to beg her for support. Gloria was so relentless with them that everyone left furious in the end. And people would look at me desperately. It was unbearable. Patrick doesn't seem all too bothered by it. That's how she does things. Huh? When a flaw is pointed out, you should fix it. When you're pushed down, you should get back up again. You'll never make it in this world if you can't do that. That's what she's trying to get across. Gloria said the same thing. If they notice their consideration in what I point out, then there may be hope for them. But if that was all it took for them to get offended, well, then there isn't. I understand that, but thinking about them as people makes me feel kind of depressed. Damn notification out. Ooh, we got a wonderful. Alright, well, I'm gonna make a second video, which is a part, I believe, 11 of this story. I don't know. Bye, Shabba Day fans.
Yeah, bye.